like,
hard to be a waitress. You know what? Honestly, like kudos, because I did it for a while too. Like it's not easy.
You want to know how long I lasted?
How long did you last?
A week. No, okay. It's not my personality. My personality is great.
I think you'd be great.
I got great tips. I don't know what it was. Like they like had me like do all the plates on my arms. I dropped everything. Like it was a mess. I spilled like soup down a guy's back. So
No. I want to be that girl, Daisy. I want to be that girl.
I want to be that girl
that puts on the satin, bonnet, who does the heatless curlers, I want to know where everyone's getting this clear face mask that they keep on all night long that stays in place. And then they're putting like their eye mask on and they're like literally just laying down like this.
Wait, I think I know what you're talking about. I've seen like the TikToks where they're just like, like meditating. They're like their own little bubble. They're like, that's
they're
crazy.
Like, I'm going to bed at 8:05 p.m.
And I can't be that girl. I just went to bed last night at 3 a.m.
Yes. I am such a night owl.
I'm such a night owl.
I don't come alive until at least 1 p.m. Like
No,
I can be awake, but I'm not
same.
with you.
That's why I have a coffee addiction. Like I just can't.
Yeah.
Like it needs to wake me up because otherwise I won't be awake till like 2. I'm just like dissociating.
Like I'm here, but I'm not like
I'm here, but I'm not even like fully awake yet. I don't know
Right.
why. Like I don't wake up until like 9 or 10. Then I'm like so energetic. I could be like exhausted the whole day, and then
there's this weird second wind that I get, and I'm like, okay, I'm gonna do this for the podcast. I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna reach out to this person. I like just start going crazy, and people probably wake up and they're like, why the fuck did she DM me
at 2 a.m?
Yes,
that's how I am. I'll be sending like emails and like things at like 2 a.m. like a huge proposal. Like I need this to be blah, blah, blah. And they're like, why are you awake? Like, what is this? Yeah.
Right.
But I'm like, like that's when like I come alive. No, that's with songwriting. And most artists, I just realized this. I was like, most of my good stuff I write is at like 2 a.m. Like most of this EP I'm about to put out was written at 2, 3 a.m. I don't know why.
That. I love to hear that from you, that's like where inspiration struck. Like that's when, the juices are flowing.
Yeah.
The songs are coming. It's just like perfect. Honestly, even right now, like I did a interview before this and I'm like, okay, I'm here. But now I'm like, let's do this.
Yeah.
Like it's later in the day.
I need some of that. I'm like still like waking up. But like I also like Googled it because I thought I was just crazy. Yeah. And I was like, why am I getting so much inspiration at like 3 a.m?
Yes.
And like most artists, and then they said like most artists do that.
Okay.
A. And then B. So I'm like, okay, I'm not crazy. And then B, they
said
like
committed.
Yeah, I'm just committed. And then they said like it's because when it's like nighttime, the world gets quiet. So like if it's like the day, it makes sense. If it's the day, you're like, oh, I have this to do, I have this to do, I have this to do. Like I have to run around and like it's very noisy, like busy. Everyone's out. But night, it's just like you and it's like peaceful and like you're with your thoughts.
I love that.
Yeah,
I love that. So there is a natural reason. We're artists. Okay.
Yeah, we're artists. We're creatives.
We're creative. We're getting that quiet time. Because I know people have like similarly said the same thing. They get up at like 3:30 in the morning and they like start their day and they like have this like crazy like routine, like workout routine. And I'm just like, it could never be me.
I go to bed at 3 a.m. most days. It's something I need to work on.
But do you?
No.
But do you?
No.
Your skin's glowing. You're fine.
Girl,
you're live, laugh, loving.
We're live, laugh, loving. Stop.
Stop it. So you are originally from Dallas and you're in LA.
Yes.
What has the transition from Dallas life to LA life been like?
Well, sell my soul. I'm just kidding.
So when did you sell your soul?
Like 2 months ago. No. No. I literally wrote that song I know it's great. I love LA. I actually think I was saying this a long time ago, like LA in a way like work-wise feels like home more than home felt like to me. I think for a long time I really did not fit in. I grew up in a small town. Like I say I'm from Dallas. That was the closest city to where I was born in. I was born in like Lavon, Texas. I went to school in like suburbs like Plano. So I was more in like the suburbs in like a smaller town area. So like really pursuing the art of music and just like the industry in general was very like unheard of.
Yeah.
Like to a point, I mean, there was people that like were very interested in singing, songwriting, but it's like more of like a hobby or like, you know, I really was like full force. Since I was young, I've been like a go-getter where I'm like, all right, I'm going to do this. I'm going to make it work, you know?
Yeah.
And it was just like, everybody's like, she's crazy. But out here, I actually find it motivating because you're just one of many.
Yes.
You know? And like for a while, I was like kind of off-putted because I was like, oh, you know, like there's so much competition. But then like, I love a good challenge. I think it motivates me. I can't be somewhere where like I'm not pushed to do better.
Right.
And that's how I felt always, like just misunderstood and like there was no challenge for me. So out here, it's been like so much growth because I've seen so many people doing so many things that it inspires me and it challenges me to be better at what I do.
Right, exactly. And like it is true, like when you're here, like you're in a sea. Like you're in a sea of artists that are doing so many different things.
Right.
And it kind of boosts you a little bit to like be more creative, maybe go outside of your box a little bit.
Yeah.
Go out of your comfort zone. When you were in school, were you the girl that everyone's like, she's gonna move to LA and like do the things?
I don't know. Honestly, I think most people just hated me. But I mean, I don't really know, which is valid. I was crazy in high school. Like right now, I'm very passionate about what I do. I'm a go-getter, but I also kind of like I network. I find the right people to do it too. I was in this vast area of like people that did not understand what I was doing and being like, no, I'm gonna do this. So it was like very tough, and I understand for people to understand like what I was going for.
Yeah.
But I don't know if everybody thought I was gonna move out to LA. I definitely told everyone I was going to. Like I think my mom definitely knew.
Yeah.
But everybody else was like, a lot of people are like talkers, you know? And like they'll just be like, I'm gonna do this one day and do this. But I meant it. So I don't really know if people believed it, but I was like, I'm gonna move to LA. I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna do that. So.
Right. And you put it to action.
Yeah.
You know,
yeah.
and it's one thing to just say you're going to do it, but like the actually performing the action and like getting your ass here is a whole different thing.
Different story. And I didn't realize, because I've always been one of those people where like when I say something, like I don't care what it takes, I will figure it out. I will find a way. I will do it. But I didn't realize that was such a common thing, because for me, like if I say something, I will do it.
Right.
But like I spoke to many like music managers. I remember when I was in like Texas, like I was trying to get management. I was trying to do a bunch of things. And I was like, I promise like in a year I'm going to be out to LA. And then like you wouldn't believe the amount of people that were like, everyone says that, but they never come.
Right.
So then it kind of like struck something in me, because I was like, oh, like a lot of people will not actually, you know, go out.
Right. They'll say it and they're going to like do it. And then like I feel like for me, like once you're out here and you start doing the thing, now it's like you can't go home.
No.
You can't go home now.
That's the thing, is that like I feel like even when I moved out here, people are like, oh, like my best friends are in Texas, like my family, everybody. I moved out here knowing absolutely like nobody.
Same.
Yeah.
Yep.
There you go. Wait, where are you originally from?
So I'm from Pennsylvania.
Oh,
so
okay.
this resonates very similar, because I will say like, oh, I'm from like Pittsburgh, or oh, I'm from State College, because they're bigger areas, but I'm from a very small town called Altoona, Pennsylvania.
Oh, okay.
So I totally like resonate with you. And like I remember one of my friends said to me, and like I don't even think I knew it myself, but she's like, I just know when you grow up, because you know we were in high school. She's like, when you grow up, you're gonna be in California. And I'm like,
wow.
Stop it, shut up.
That's cute though.
No,
she
I'm not.
knew. Yeah.
She knew before I did, and I think about that often. I'm like, that's so crazy that she like knew before I even knew myself that that's like what I wanted, because I was always like, I'm never going to live out there. Like, I could never do it. How could it be that far away? And now I'm like, bye, Mom. Distance makes the heart grow fonder.
Oh, my gosh, no.
Bye, girl.
Yeah. Me with my mom, she's, like, crying watching this, like, come back home.
My mom does the same thing to me. She's like, so when are you coming back?
I know. And I feel so bad because, like, I'm sure you understand this industry is very, like, you get one thing after another. Like, it's very hard. You don't really get a break unless you, like, literally give yourself a break.
And you can't take the break.
And you can't take the break.
When things are happening, and that's how
You've got to take advantage of the momentum.
Yep. Right. You're just like, okay, I'm riding the wave.
Yeah.
Okay, let's do it.
I know. It's so bad. So, I mean, I try to take time, like, and I think that's something that I'm trying to work better on, is, like, my work-life balance relationship and with everything, with everyone, you know. But that's a skill that we're still mastering.
We're still working on it.
We're still working on it, yeah, because things have been super busy. But
I even know for me, like, it's hard because, like, I voice memo all my friends at home, because all my closest friends, I mean, I've made some good friends, like, in LA, but, you know, my childhood friends are all at home.
Same.
So I voice memo with them constantly.
Yeah.
And, like, even just making sure that, like, we're keeping that relationship going strong and making time for yourself and, you know, working on your career. And, like, it can be, like, a lot to balance.
It is.
Have you dated out here?
I've dabbled.
Okay. What's your experience been like? I'm very curious.
Oh, okay. Well, it's like, well, okay. When I first got out here, I didn't realize that dating in LA is bad. But through being out here, I kind of realized there's a lot of like, I mean, this is everywhere, but like, especially in LA, I feel like there can be a lot of posers, not only in the industry, but I didn't realize this in dating too. Like, people will pretend to be something they're not. And that's like very hard for me because I'm just such a genuine person that I'm like, I can't deal with that. But
yeah,
it's also tough because, I mean, like the town that I was from, most people were down to earth and things. And then out here, it was so hard to distinguish who was like actually like genuine and who was, just like in the end, because it's like a process thing. Like with time, people's true colors will show.
It starts to show.
Right. But it's like in that time, you're giving your devotion, your time, your energy to this person that in the end, you end up getting hurt. And so that was kind of a challenge in the beginning. I met a lot of people that just ended up not being genuine with their emotions or feelings, like what they wanted out of me and like in terms of what kind of relationship they were looking for. And I feel like out here, I don't even need to say this. If you listen to my EP, I'm a lover girl, straight up. I love it. Like, I can't escape from it. There's been so many times that I've been hurt and I'm like, at the end of the day, I'm a lover girl. That's who I am,
Right. You're just looking for this.
I'm looking for a relationship. And there's a lot of people out here that, don't believe in like monogamy. It's crazy. It's a whole thing.
It's a different field. And I'm so glad that we share this perspective because like I feel like very similar at home. Like if you're dating, like where I'm from, like you're looking for someone to marry.
Exactly. Well, I feel like that's the way it should be.
And now I'm like in this weird space where I'm like, well, do I want to get married? Do I want to not get married? But like I want a partner, but like I don't know. It's just it's so weird.
I've thought of all those thoughts too.
Yeah.
It's because you go through certain things too that make you like see relationships and people a certain way where you're like, wait, I don't want to compromise my career. I don't want to compromise this. What if this person doesn't like respect my time? Because I'm sure like this is a devotion to what we do. It's a commitment. Yes. It takes most of my time that like there's certain times where I'm like, I don't think I'm ever gonna have time, for like a genuine relationship unless I'm gonna sacrifice my career and things. So it's more like I think finding the right person. The way I think about it is I'm like, look, I've accepted the fact that if I don't end up married, that's fine. I would rather be single and be like loving myself than be married to the wrong person that wouldn't accept me for who I am. Yeah. Wouldn't accept what I do. Give me like that free space to be me.
Right. Right. And be creative.
Be creative and stay true to who I am. Like I've been through so many obstacles in my life where I've like debated like, oh, this is unstable. Should I work a full-time job? Should I just like give up? Should I do this and that and this and that? And then I almost like tell people like music wouldn't even let me. Like
let's talk about that a little bit. I want to understand because I feel like I've heard that from other creative friends where there's that struggle, right? Like you love the security of a 9-to-5 where like you do have like an income coming in. But when you're creative, like it's almost hard to do that in combination with what you do because, you're constantly recording, you're doing events. There's so many like facets of, your career. So what's that process been like for you? Like coming from more like I'm assuming like a traditional income stream to now, you're being a creative and you're living out your dream.
Oh my gosh. Well, it's been like bittersweet because it's been tough. I've worked like since I was young, I didn't grow up with much generational wealth. I watched my parents struggle. I watched my mom give her all to me. My mom came from Peru by herself here when she was about my age, knew absolutely nobody, like had her basically her own. She had to build her life here. I watched her sacrifice so much for me that it was just so inspiring to me. And then I always kind of knew that music was my dream, but also a bigger part of it was that I was like, I need to make this work to give back to my mom, to give her the life that she always wanted. Like she wanted to live out the American dream and she gave everything so that she could have her kid here, and let me have the opportunity she didn't have. So I was like, I need to make the most out of it. I've been very like hardworking, resilient since I was very young. Ever since like high school, I worked every job ever. I swear. What
did you do?
I was gonna say there's some people that are gonna watch this that are still following me. Like I worked like fast food. I worked barista. I worked waitress. I worked everything. And throughout the course of those jobs, I'm very grateful. I remember at the time I was like, this is so unfair. All I want to do is work on music. Like this is when I was just starting. I had like no support, no fans, nobody like, I was just from the
Right.
ground up in
Right.
high school, just with a passion for music. I didn't have anything. And I remember working and like being like, I have no time for anything. This is so unfair. I'm burnt out.
Mhm.
All I want to do is make music. But now looking back, I realized that timing is such a crucial thing. Like when
It
it's your
is.
time, it is your time. And you never know when like your time is right. Because if you want to do something, you're like, no, I want to do it right now. But you're not ready for it and you don't realize it till later.
Yeah.
But now looking back, I'm like, I needed to go through that. I needed to see what it was like to have like, an industry job, or like have the struggle of pursuing your dreams while, working like a stable job. Because just seeing the world for what it is really, I feel like shaped me in ways where
Yeah.
like now I know like what I need to focus on, and I realize that my music is an investment to myself. I worked a job until the point where things have never really been that stable for me, but there came a point where I was like, fuck it.
Yeah.
Like,
fuck it. Yeah.
I quit my job. I dropped everything. And you're never really ready for it unless you really apply yourself and say like, this is the moment. I'm going to go all in on myself.
Yeah.
And that's when I was just like, I'm going to make it. I'm going to figure out what it takes, and I'm going to do the damn thing, And I just, I had that grit. I've always kind of had that, but it's always been that fear, because it's like not having financial support, anything to back you up on. It's scary because it's like, what if this fails? What if I can't make it? What if there's so much competition? But it was just a moment in myself where I was like, there's nothing I ever wanted since I was little. I know that this is my destiny. This is my purpose, that I'm not afraid anymore. I'm gonna, instead of using that energy in fear, I'm gonna use that energy as fuel to like power myself, as inspiration to keep going.
Oh, I love that.
Yeah.
I absolutely
Thank
love
you.
that. And it's true. And I feel like you, like when you're talking with someone, you can really tell if they're in it and they have the drive and they really want it. And
Yeah.
like, it's very clear
Aw.
that like you have the drive and
Thank
the
you.
energy and you want this and you're going to be successful and you use the word grit. And I love that. Like, I
Yeah.
love like hearing that, like, you just have that grit. And I just think there's something, and I might be partial, I think there's something that coming from a small town and really being like,
Oh my gosh.
and not having that like financial security or like knowing what your
Yes.
next step is. And like that builds a lot of character. Also, being
It
a barista
does.
builds a lot of character,
Oh
I'm
my
sure.
God. I have respect. Okay, first of all, I love coffee.
Yeah.
So I'm always at like every cafe ever, but every single time I go like to the barista, like I swear if they're super busy, like first of all, like that in itself.
Yeah.
Like trauma, trust issues. I wrote that song because of that. No, but like every single time like I go, I'm like they're like stressing. They're like, oh my God, I'm so sorry. Like I'm like, take your time, girl.
Yeah,
I
it's all
totally
good.
understand. I'm so happy I'm like not on that side anymore. I'm just like, I totally get the struggle. So I'm like, it's okay. It's okay. Let's
It's all
breathe.
good.
Because I needed somebody to tell me that.
You're
Just
like,
every
you're
se-
looking at them, you're like, I see you.
I know you.
I see you. I know. Like, I've been there.
Right.
I worked in retail for a long time, and like,
Those things change you.
It does. It
Yeah.
changes everything. And like, even now, like, I think I have some PTSD. Like, I walk into a store and I'm like, I can't be here for too long.
For too long. Yeah. No, I get how you're feeling. But I mean, I think, like you said, like having that, like, I remember being young and I'm like seeing those, like I would be like on TikTok or like, especially when TikTok got super popular.
Yeah.
All these artists were putting out their music. It was going great. I remember seeing a bunch of these Nepo babies like blowing up, and I was so jealous, and I was so, not in a like really insane way, but I was more just like, when you have like that desire, like it's not even something that it lasts with you, but I was like, man, like if only,
Right.
I would
It's
have
just
been
the
like this,
opportunities that
things
they're
would have
given.
been easier. But I look back now, and then it's like at the end of the day, I truly believe nothing can beat like persistence, hard work, talent.
Yeah.
Because those are like the type of things where it dies off over time. And for me, the thing with my music and my mission through my music is that I want to leave a legacy for myself. I want to provide for my family, like create generational wealth that I never had.
Yeah.
So like if it takes more time to do it the right way, I've learned over time that I'd prefer going down that route.
Absolutely.
And as much as I wanted, or like I aspired and like looked up to those people and kind of wished, oh, it would have been nice to have that.
Yeah.
I really do think that those jobs and the way I was raised, and like I wouldn't have had the work ethic I had, like I have today, if I wouldn't have, worked all those jobs and all
Right.
those years and towards me, my passion, my craft, like that really shaped the woman I am today
Yeah.
in so many ways that I wouldn't take anything back. I
What
would.
was the worst job you had? Spill the tea.
Oh gosh, they're gonna come after me, but it's okay.
You have to use a code word.
Well, Okay. Like, it was probably being a waitress. It wasn't even the job. I was horrible at it. Like, horrible.
Okay.
I'm such a fun person.
It's
feel like
hard to be a waitress. You know what? Honestly, like, kudos, because I did it for a while too. Like, it's not easy.
You want to know how long I lasted?
How long did you last?
A week. No, okay. It's not my personality. My personality is great.
I think you'd be great.
I got great tips. Like, it was fun. Like, fine. Yeah. It was more just like the place I worked. Like, I don't know what it was. Like they like had me like do all the plates on my arms. I dropped everything. Like, it was a mess. I spilled like soup down a guy's back. So
no.
Yeah.
Were you like, I'll just leave?
No, he was so nice about it
was
too.
He?
I was like, that was like my last. I was so embarrassed, but I was like, I'm so sorry. And like he could just like me when I get embarrassed, my whole face goes like super red. And so I was just like flushed, and he like felt bad. So he was like, oh no, it's okay. It's okay. Well, his back's like on fire.
Literally, like he's just getting third-degree burns, and he's
okay.
like, it's fine. Everything's okay.
Yeah. So kudos to that guy, cause
literally,
yeah.
You might need to shout him out on your EP.
True. I actually never knew his name. It wasn't even like my table I was serving. It was like the table next to it. Like I was going to my table and it was like so
I did something very similar. So I worked at Permane Brothers in Pittsburgh for a while. Okay. And I remember I was carrying this tray and like again, like not a typical thing that I would do. And I had this tray and I think I had like a few drinks on it and I slipped because I was going down a step and I slipped. I did the classic like all up in the air and like I fell. It was in the middle of the floor. Everybody saw it. It showered all over me and I was just like,
I would have cried.
I'm just gonna walk into traffic. Like this is just the worst moment of my life. Yeah.
You just gotta be like, all right, I'm done for today.
Yeah.
I definitely have those moments where I'm just like, that's enough for today.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was just like, it's a wrap.
That's a wrap.
Yep.
Today.
Just
we'll try again tomorrow.
It's done.
But at least you had a tray. They made us like put it on like our arms.
Oh my God.
Like
I would never.
The piping hot plates. That place I worked,
Oh my God. Were you like in waitress boot camp? Like what is that?
Yeah, it was questionable anyways. Yeah.
Yeah, it sounds a little questionable. I thought you were going to say like McDonald's or something. Like I was so ready for you to give me like a chain restaurant.
No, yeah. It was, it's kind of a chain. But like, yeah, fast food, all of it kind of was a little messy. But,
hey,
builds character.
It does. It absolutely does build character. And I think this is a great segue into mental health, as we're talking about like building character and working at chain restaurants. So I know that's something that's very important to you. And I believe that you are working with a foundation. So let's talk about that a little bit.
I'm working with Mental Health America. 25% of all my proceeds from my original music is donated directly towards supporting mental health resources in America. And my goal through my music is to just break the stigma behind opening up about mental health struggles. I've dealt with them. I feel like everybody, one way or another, has mental health struggles or will deal with them throughout the course of their life. And this way, I feel that through my music, my kind of mission is for people to really relate and resonate to what I write in their own certain way. But also, my EP is called I Don't Want to Feel Anymore because I had been through so many things in my life that there were times where I felt that I didn't want to feel anymore because it would be easier to not feel anymore, right? But like the mission that I have for my EP is to also say like it's okay to feel all the feelings, and it's okay to open up about it and to be transparent, honest with yourself, with somebody that you trust, with a friend, with a family member. So that's kind of my goal through my music. And then partnering with Mental Health America has been amazing because we've been able to impact so many people in amazing ways.
That's incredible. So when you're talking about like not wanting to feel, and I feel like that resonates with me a lot. Like I think you get to a point where you're in that state where you're just like
numb.
You're just numb. Space. You're just like, I don't want to feel, or like I just want to shut off. Like I just don't like want this like outside noise. It does feel like almost heavy. Too much. How were you able to work through that? How did you deal with that?
Honestly, songwriting and singing, like that is my love. That's my passion. Like do a lot of things, I do like modeling, acting, content creation, all that stuff. But at the end of the day, music has always been my first love. And it's crazy because ever since I was young, I've been songwriting. Gosh, you can look at my old like notebooks. It's horrible.
Stop. When did you start writing in notebooks? How old were you?
Oh my gosh, probably like kindergarten.
Oh my God.
Like, I don't know how old that would be. Like,
have you saved all of them?
Oh yeah, my mom has all of them saved, and so it's really bad. Like I'll be like, I remember like I was always very shy when I was younger. As I grew older, now I'm like a total extrovert when I want to be.
Yeah.
But like I was very shy, and like all the time like I would be like in the back of the like lunchroom being like all alone, like it's
Just
like
writing,
so like
bearing your
dramatic.
soul.
Yeah, no, but you know, it's also like that's always been like therapeutic for me, songwriting. And even like now that I'm a full grown adult, like I will definitely like have days where I just feel off,
Yeah.
or I just can't even tell really what I'm feeling. But if I sit down and like really take the time to like write something, it'll tell me exactly how I'm feeling. And it's weird because it's like songwriting, and I feel like singing and music is often able to give myself and give other people the words that they couldn't formulate themselves, you know, only through like the power of music.
Absolutely. And you're giving that safe space too, like as you're putting music out or content out, or you're bringing awareness to mental health, like you are providing like your followers and people that listen to your music a safe space to have that. So like I think that's just such an incredible thing that you're able to offer that to people that are following you.
Yeah, I also do love that I write a lot of heartbreak songs, a lot of I think a lot of my music has really helped me. I write from personal experiences only, so a lot of my music has like helped me overcome a lot of challenges in my life. But I really love when I write a song about something specific to me, and then somebody else is able to interpret it in a totally different way.
Oh yeah,
and because of what they have been through in their life, but it still helps them in the same way. You know, it's still that same source of like serene peace and like knowing that everything's gonna be okay.
That's just, it's incredible that you can listen to like a piece like that. And like, it's just the interpretation. It's very much just art in general.
Yeah.
Like everybody interprets it differently. And music is just such a healing, like
such a healing thing.
Platform.
Yeah.
Like it's incredible.
Yeah. I music has healed me in so many ways. It's been like, since I was young, there's been a lot of, I didn't grow up with the most amazing family, but it wasn't the worst, my childhood. So kind of music was always like my safe space at the end of the day to kind of just really like, not even express myself, but like I remember I would just be in my room listening to music.
Yeah.
And that was sometimes the only place and area that I felt like understood me, you know.
Right, that you were like safe and this is like your moment. And like I feel like that's like how, or at least that's how I felt about like my bedroom. Like it's just like when you're a teenager and you're like, you know, you're angsty. In your feels, you're angsty and you're emo, like that's just the place where like you put up 95 posters and you just do the thing. That's where you feel comfortable.
Yeah, for sure.
Are you gonna write a song about LA dating?
Oh gosh, should I?
I think you should.
You know, I mean, yeah, I'm sure there's good guys out there. You just gotta be willing to look through.
Yeah.
You're like, yeah,
I'm sure.
I'm sure. I mean, I've met some friends out here that, you know, are like very happy. So I'm like, kudos to y'all.
Yeah, exactly. Like it's out there.
It's definitely out there.
Have you performed in LA yet?
Oh yeah, I performed. I actually have a show this Friday at the Viper Room.
Shut up. Do you really?
That's my third show at the Viper Room. I performed at the Viper Room. What other venues? Like Hard Rock Cafe. A lot of places, honestly. So, but I heard the Viper Room's going to close. I don't know when.
Oh, shit. Is it really?
I might literally be able to perform there before it closes. That's iconic. That's
Girl,
crazy.
I got to come. Fuck.
You're invited.
Wait, the Viper Room. This is,
yeah.
That's so sad. I didn't realize. I feel like a lot of like iconic places are closing.
Yeah, I know. I feel like that's on like Sunset. I don't want, you know, LA to lose its culture. Like I saw like a reel about it and everybody's like,
especially Sunset. I feel like Sunset's been like a topic of conversation because like I don't live far from Sunset.
Yeah.
And that's why I wanted to live close because I'm like, you know, you hear about Sunset and like there's just so much
history
there.
that happened there. That's why I've always been fascinated with LA, and I would grow up like reading about it and like about, you know, iconic artists that performed all over Sunset.
Yeah.
But a lot of places are closing. So
what's the experience been like performing at the Viper Room?
Oh, it's been great. It's been fun. I love performing live. Like a lot of people, I think in this generation push to like do more like social media content.
Yeah.
It is great for branding, but I do love performing live because at the end of the day, there's nothing that beats that genuine connection that you make with people.
Mm-hmm.
And oh my gosh, like LA, I love because you make friends and connections and fans so fast.
Yeah.
And performing live, like out here, I've collected a like database of a lot of people who resonate with my music. And so like now it's amazing because whenever I perform live, I'll have several like regulars that come to all my shows and they're like, your music, you know, means so much to me. Like I connect with it. And so that's kind of the community outreach that I've always wanted, you know, and that in a city like LA, I feel like a lot of people resonate with music and the arts and that are willing to support a lot of independent artists as well.
That is one thing I've noticed is just like meeting creatives that everyone's very supportive. Like whatever like avenue you're down or whatever you're creating, like at least in my experience, I feel like it's been a very supportive space.
Oh, yeah, 100%. That was one thing I was worried about, like coming from Dallas out here. I was just like, oh my gosh, everyone's going to be so jealous. Everyone's going to be attacking each other. Yeah. Like everyone's going to hate me. I'm going to have so many people. Like, no. Everybody, for the most part, everybody
they'll fight somebody to get on stage.
Right.
Yeah.
No, for the most part. Yeah. Because you watch a lot of those like dramatic shows, you know, and you're like, oh my gosh. Yeah. But for the most part, every single person I've met, it's been incredible because it's just been like a safe space. And honestly, it's been better than a lot of other places, you know, where I felt that I was always misunderstood or like fighting to have the support I wanted. But out here, it's just like, oh, you're a singer, me too. Like, let's join together. I support you. Come to my shows. Come to mine.
It's nice. It's been like very collaborative and like even just doing these like red carpet events, which like I'm so bummed that I missed you.
I know.
At these red carpet events I've been doing.
Yeah. But I literally saw you the next day. I was like, oh man. Because I think you were there like 1 hour after I left.
Shut up.
Yeah. I just went and I dipped. And then I saw you there and I was like, no.
Yeah. Yep. And I've had moments before where like, because you do them like, and you see
they're chaotic.
They're chaotic.
So chaotic.
They're crazy. And like I'm interviewing people and I'm like, all right, well, we're gonna wrap. Like we're done. Yeah. We're gonna wrap. And then I have 4 people. Yeah. And they're like, please, please, please. And I'm like, oh, I can't say no.
I know. That's how I feel about those pictures too. Like everybody's jumping in line. I'm like, yo, I just need to get it, go.
Yep.
Yeah. So
do you have a Getty image?
I do. I have like
girl.
I think I have 2.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Trying to get more though. So
you got to get more. Yeah. I was in an event and I literally was like making the most embarrassing like pose and this guy like snapped a picture and I looked at him
Getty?
And he's like, oh, this is gonna be your Getty image. I said,
do not. Imagine your first Getty. He's like
and I'm like bending down and I'm like this.
Yeah.
And I'm like, sir,
don't.
As on brand as it would be.
Yeah.
Please.
Please. You're like, please don't.
Please, God, no. So maybe there is and I just haven't found it.
You gotta search yourself. I didn't even know I had 2 until I like looked it up and I was like, oh, that's pretty cool.
Yep.
At least they were like chill. I was like, all right.
Yeah, I'm happy that you got a good one. So
Yay.
You know, when my day comes,
when your day comes,
I just want to be, you know,
just like, please let me look like really good,
right? Semi-presentable.
Yeah. Semi-presentable. That's the vibe we always go for,
right? I'm not
because with me, like you never know.
Well, you never know.
Yeah,
and, like, no. I just don't want to be sweaty on a red carpet. You know, like I'm like interviewing people and I'm like sweating and
it gets chaotic though. That's very valid. I remember one red carpet I just went and then like afterwards, like I went with my friends to like Dani's and I was like, I'm calling it a night.
That is incredible.
Yeah, I dressed up. We went to the carpet. I went to Dani's and I like went to bed.
I fucking love Dani's.
Yeah.
Do you know what I love?
Dani's. Waffle House.
Yes.
Wait, did you have those in Pittsburgh?
Yes. Well, no, close to Pittsburgh.
Okay.
Cracker Barrel.
Cracker Barrel holic. I used to go there all the time in Dallas too. It gets so much hate, but I'm like, look,
you know what?
The food is incredible.
Come for us. Come for us.
Literally come for us.
It's like, so good.
Cracker Barrel sponsor me. Their food.
Literally. If that was the first sponsor of the podcast,
Cracker Barrel in LA.
I would pass away.
No.
Wait.
I know they don't have Waffle House in LA, and I'm so sad about that because that's such a Dallas thing. Like,
that's actually so rude. Because they're so wild. And like,
Waffle House or Cracker Barrel? Or both?
Okay. So Waffle House, I would say the crowd is a little bit rowdier. Like you definitely have a guy like smoking a cig like over the like
that
the,
gives
the
it
grill
personality,
top.
though.
It does. It's
I love
little extra seasoning.
Exactly.
And
every time I go to Waffle House, there's something going down.
There's always a fight. There's something going on.
Exactly.
Like I don't. Let's see. I'm gonna Google it. I usually don't pull my phone out, but we need to know.
We need to know. We need answers. Cracker Barrel mac and cheese though. Oof.
Ooh, I love the Cracker Barrel cheesy hash browns.
Oh, I never tried those.
Anything with cheese, you know, is just basically.
Yeah.
You've never had their cheesy hash browns?
No, is that like a staple? I'm sorry.
We're going.
Okay.
Yeah.
After this,
we're absolutely.
After this, we're like driving like 10 hours.
We're absolutely going. Wait, I don't think there is.
I don't think there is.
That's so. There's Grandma's Waffle House, which I'm assuming is very much not the same thing.
Absolutely not.
I'm so sad about this. I did not realize there was.
Let's just open the first one together.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep. Let's open the chain here.
Yeah.
It's what LA
Dani,
needs.
it'd be like Dani and Daisy's Waffle House.
Dani Waffle House. And we'll just like, oh my God. I have a vision.
Excited.
I have a vision. It's going to be great.
Pink waffles.
Oh my God. Pink waffles with sprinkles.
With sprinkles. Barbie
so
pizza.
cutesy.
That would be cute.
Everyone's just like, no.
Everyone's
no.
like, please shut up.
Please no.
Please.
Like you're not opening a Waffle House in LA.
Watch me.
I think it'd be so killer.
I think so too.
I think it'd be so killer.
I think so too. Let's
You
do
know
it.
what I want to open
What?
in LA? Call me. Sheets. So Sheets
Okay.
is like, okay, so you're familiar with Buc-ee's, right?
Yes.
So it's like Buc-ee's on a smaller scale. It's a
Okay.
gas station,
Okay.
but they have really good like food. And it's
Oh,
kind of like
okay.
fast foody vibes. And I lay in bed at night and I go, if I could just have a Sheets macaroni and cheese bite right now. It's like just a deep fried like macaroni and cheese like
Ooh.
triangle. It's so good.
The crisp.
It's
I could just hear
crisp.
it.
It's
The
so
crunch.
good. And they're open 24 hours.
That's what we need more
That's
of.
what we need.
That's what we need more of. You know, COVID,
Yes.
everything before COVID was prime, and then COVID
Yes.
happened, and then everything stopped being like open 24 hours.
Like I loved when Walmart was open 24 hours.
Me too.
I love, and we're night owls, so obviously we're like,
Yeah,
everything
that's
needs to be
why.
open later.
Everyone's like, you don't need food at this time, and I'm like, yes, I
Yes,
do.
yes, we
like,
do.
I need food. I need coffee. I need everything.
I need
open.
all the things.
I need all the things.
I need a variety of things accessible
you never know
to me.
what you might need at 2 a.m.
Very true.
I've needed a lot of questionable things at 2 a.m, and nothing was open.
You and me both. You
All
and
right,
me
let's
both.
open it.
Let's do it. We
like
have
a
so
mall
many-
of everything for night owls.
We're just gonna do a strip
A whole
mall
strip.
of just like like a Waffle House. We open a Sheets. You
Yeah.
know,
We're taking over Sunset Strip.
we're taking over the Sunset Strip. You know,
Everyone's gonna come for us.
could you imagine if the Viper
Oh my
Room turned
God.
into a Waffle House?
I
That's
shouldn't
probably-
support, but that's kind of
I
fire.
know, and that would be just kind of be sacrilegious, to be quite honest.
But wait, Waffle House with the Viper Room history with an open mic and a stage.
Shut up.
We're done.
I'm in. That's it.
It's done.
We're investing.
We're starting tomorrow.
It's over. Yeah,
Okay.
we're doing it. We're
Bet.
absolutely doing it.
Bet.
I really didn't think we were gonna be making like business proposals together
Me neither,
tonight,
but
but
you
I'm
never know
really
what
happy
happens.
that it's happening.
Me too.
I really am.
This is a start of something legendary.
This really truly is. This is a partnership.
partnership. here.
Partnership.
Y'all saw the creative process.
They literally did, and everyone's
literally
like,
did.
"Wow, this is something.
Gonna be amazing.
It's gonna be so
It's
good.
gonna be so good.
It's very on brand for this podcast.
For sure.
Which, speaking of, yeah, that Dammit moment ready?
I do.
I'm so ready.
Okay.
Share with the people.
Let's see. Well, actually, there's kind of a lot to think about. I've had a lot of damn it moments, but
Okay.
probably the most embarrassing thing was in elementary school. So I would put on shows for my mom and family and like friends and like my living room or the kitchen. You know, my mom's cooking. God forbid she just got off at 9 to 5. She's trying to relax and I'm out there singing in her ear, like dancing my ass
Right.
off in the kitchen while she's just trying to cook.
She's like, please, please, just give me a moment.
Yeah. God sent for her because I would crash out. But I started doing that at school and I started getting sent to the principal's office like all the time because I would be doing it like in the middle of class. Like we would be like in class and I would just stand up, do my whole thing. And my like
Just a whole
like,
performance.
a whole performance.
Just a whole
My
Britney Spears
teacher's like,
performance.
yeah, pretty much. My teacher's just like, are you insane? And I'm like, yes. But also,
But like, look, check out these moves.
like look at this set I just like rehearsed. But the bad part about this is that I've always been doing this, and like when I would do it for my mom or my stuffed animals or whatever, I would make like a flyer, you know, like a poster, like to promote my show. Yeah. And like I would do it in like crayons and be like, okay, this is like my show, whatever. So
love
at
this.
school I was probably insane, but I would be like, there was this like one strip mall like place that was like close by to where I went to elementary school. For some reason, there was always like a stage there. They would have like actual festivals. For some reason, in my head, I was like, I'm performing there after school.
Okay.
Was I performing there? No. Like, I did not know what I was doing. And I made the poster. I made the like flyers for it. I handed it out to all of my students in my class. They ended up giving it to their parents. Their parents wanted to support me. All the parents take their kids to that concert that I was performing at. Show up at the stage. I'm not there.
No. Stop.
My teacher gets like, she's already fed up with me, mind you. She gets like a bunch
so
of emails.
over it.
She's so over it.
She's smoking as she's like,
yeah,
a cigarette.
I'm so sorry. What's her name? Oh my God.
You need to shout her out on
I was
your
gonna
EP
say
too.
you went through a lot dealing with me, but so did the principal. Jeez, and my mom. Like they would always call her, and she'd have to leave work, come pick me up for something I did like this.
God.
Yeah, she was fed up, but Yeah, this was probably like the Dammit moment because yeah, my teacher got emails from all of the students' parents that showed up to support their like their kid's friend at this show that never happened. It was manifested.
You were manifesting. You were
Right.
doing it and you didn't even realize that
Exactly.
you were manifesting.
I was probably at home eating too.
What was
While
that
they watched.
conversation like?
With my mom or with the teacher? Or, like,
All of the above.
So my mom, like, she thought it was funny, but also like this was like the last straw because I like now there's like a bunch of other parents pissed at my mom for raising a daughter like that. So raising
Like,
an
clearly
insane
this
daughter.
is your fault.
Yeah, pretty much. And it was bad because my mom was my mom's a teacher. And yeah, so it's just like
Oh God.
everyone knows each other, yeah. And it's a small town, so everyone knows.
Mm-hmm.
So everyone's pissed at my mom, and my mom thought it was like admirable and like cute, but also she was like, okay, but you shouldn't have like made flyers for something you knew you weren't doing. And then I was like, no, I was gonna figure it out, like I was gonna do it. It just never happened, you know. And so she felt bad, like, you know, I'm just a young kid, so she wasn't too hard on me, and she knew that I liked to perform and everything, but
Yeah.
she was more just trying to like deal with the parents and figure that all out. My teacher was not too happy with me because I was like the millionth thing she'd had to deal with on top of everything, and like she had kids of her own, so I'm so sorry.
She has bourbon in her desk. She's just like, I'm so
Straight
fucking
bourbon.
over this.
Someone's like, why is the coffee so dark?
Yeah. Why is the coffee? She's like, listen,
Listen,
you have no idea what I'm dealing with here.
Right, yeah.
Daisy's just on one.
I don't know what was up with me. I'm saying, like, you were like, oh, did people think like you're gonna move to LA? Like the people I grew up with, they had every reason to think I was insane, and that's okay. Like,
okay.
I feel like I've settled down more that like now I'm actually doing the thing, but
Right.
I think I was so ambitious to do it that I just was like all over the place. So
That's fair.
yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, but like, yeah, my teacher was like beyond pissed off with me. The parents, I never spoke to them, so they were probably mad. And my friends still loved me, so
I would honestly, like, if I was a parent and I showed up, I'd think it was hilarious. Like, I'd be like, all right, well, we're just going to, like, go to Burger King and go home now. Like, it's fucking funny that this girl bamboozled an entire classroom of children to come to
my
this
God.
event.
to come to this show. I don't know. I can just literally, like, I wasn't there. I was at home, like, eating or doing something. God knows.
You're just at home,
I'm,
like watching
coloring.
the Rugrats. Yeah, just
Right.
coloring, just, like,
Right.
doing whatever. Just
While all the
blissfully
parents are,
unaware.
like, there's, like, an empty stage with all the parents and their kids, like, surrounded, just waiting.
You're just like,
Yeah.
when she's making a dramatic entrance.
Appearance. Yeah, by, like, an hour.
Right.
Like,
by,
never.
like, not, you know. Which,
Yeah.
okay, so speaking of that Dammit moment, have you had a Dammit moment on stage as an adult?
I mean, every show, oh yeah, for sure, like a bunch, but like I'm trying to think of like a specific one.
Yeah.
Like every show I feel like is very chaotic depending on the crowd and audience, but also like myself, like I try to prepare the best I can,
Yeah.
but I have been places where there's a very rowdy like atmosphere.
Uh-huh.
And so there's been like a lot of like drunk people, you know. And so I remember I did it, but this isn't like really a bad like situation, but like I did a show and like everyone was like pretty, you know.
Yep.
You can just tell.
Yep.
Which is cool.
Right, having a great time. Live,
have
laugh,
a great
loving.
time.
Yep,
Girl,
exactly.
I like to drink. I appreciate that. Cool.
Yep.
But I was doing a show and like everyone was pretty gone. But it was fun. No, it wasn't like a Dammit moment like it was bad. It was a Dammit moment in like a cool way because I was like performing and they were like, holy shit, this is so good. And the whole show,
fuck yeah.
no, the whole show was I probably performed the best I ever did because
Right,
I was
you're-
getting so much
You're
like
getting hyped.
Yeah. Exactly. Because some shows I'll do like the crowds, you know, more quiet and it's chill. It's cool. I love
like,
just
that's
I do it
okay.
for me. Right. But like at the end of the day, like they were so hyped that I was like, yeah.
I'm here for you. I'm performing for
Right.
you. That's
Yeah, so it was like
funny.
pretty much everyone in the crowd was like gone. But the energy was like insane. Like, because
That's
everyone was
incredible.
like, this is crazy. Wait, that's your voice. Like, it was just like the most insane thing. And like, I loved every second of it personally.
That's incredible. And I feel like hearing you live too would just be another experience because like I said, like I was listening to your music and I was like, damn, this girl's got pipes. Like
Aw, thanks.
you, like the notes are just like incredible. So like honestly, like meeting you and when you're saying about your talking voice, I totally get it.
Yeah, it's very
like
different.
it
I
does,
don't even know where it comes from.
listen, girl, I don't know. You're pulling it deep from within your soul or
Right.
something because
We sing from the soul.
it is fucking incredible.
Thank you.
Which, okay, so you have an EP coming out this
I
fall.
do. Yes, I do.
Okay. So tell us a little bit more about that. And you just released Sell Your Soul, right? Is that your newest single or do you have a new one? I'm sorry.
That's my latest single. I
Okay.
released that in like February, but I have
Okay.
a new one coming out.
Okay, when's it coming out? Tell us.
So it's going to come out this month. We haven't released a date yet.
Okay. So this is
Gotcha.
actually going to align pretty perfectly because, you know, I
Yeah.
did make a schedule. I don't know what it is off the top of my head, but I'm sure I put it in the email that I
Yeah.
sent you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, you did. Yeah.
Okay.
You did.
Perfect.
I'm like, you did.
Perfect.
I can tell you the song name.
Yes, please.
It's called Dead to Me.
Ooh.
And so with this EP coming out, I'm a very, like, I do a lot of storytelling through my music. I'm a storyteller, songwriter. It's from the heart. Everything I write is from personal experience, but also, like, it's very dramatized, but also not.
Yeah. Yeah.
Some songs actually are not, but unfortunately. But a lot of people will listen to my music and then they're like, "Are you okay?" And I'm like,
are you well, ma'am?
"Now I am."
Yeah, you're like,
after putting the CP out. Now I am. Yeah. But basically, like, I tell a story throughout my EP. So I start with Trust Issues, which is my first song off my EP, which is about a girl who went through a relationship or like a toxic relationship and developed trust issues. We move into Over Again, where she starts to open up her heart to new relationships, new ways of life, new things, just to get hurt again. So it feels like she's going through the cycle over again.
Yeah.
And then we go into Sell My Soul, which is kind of my process, because Sell My Soul was the first song that I recorded and released in LA. So that's when I first got out here. I realized that I kind of saw a lot of things. I saw a lot of people were willing to compromise themselves to make it in the industry for a relationship, for a person, for a friend, whatever.
Right.
And I was like, okay, I feel this way. And I wrote Sell My Soul about how I won't sell my soul. I will avoid temptation to do things that are not within who I am as a person. And then we move into Dead to Me, which is my upcoming single this month. So Dead to Me is about how you took all of the strength and resilience from Sell My Soul and you now are seeing things for the way they are and you're not settling for people that don't serve you anymore. So those people and those relationships and opportunities are now dead to you. And you're finally having that like anthem where you're realizing like your self-worth. You're like, all right, these things are not serving me. I'm going to let them go. They're dead. And then we move into... I just made the track list. Like last night.
I love this.
Hold on. I got it.
You got it. I knew you got it.
Yeah, let's see. We have 4 more. So Dead to Me, we move into Loved by You. Yes.
Ooh, okay.
Right. Wait. Hold on. Yes,
Okay.
I think.
Maybe.
Yes, Loved by You.
No one's going to hold you to it. It's okay.
Yeah, it's fine. So then Loved by You is where you let these things... Oh, yes, that's right. Because I wrote this in chronological order. I'm very specific about my music.
I love this.
Because it's a story.
It's very intentional.
It's very intentional. So into Loved by You, yes, this is why. Because now that we're moving into Loved by You, you just had this strong anthem about how these people and these things are dead to you. But then at the end of the day, you still feel numb, like we were saying, because you still crave love. And you're like, okay, I remove these people from my life. Why do I still feel empty? And it's because you still crave love. And then you wonder why you're always the one who's begging to be loved by somebody else. So it's called Loved by You. And then after that, we move into Play with Fire.
Ooh.
That is a big anthem because you were begging to be loved by somebody else and they took advantage of that. And then it made you angry because you realized that people were playing with you and that it's kind of like an anthem because you realize that you think that they won't suffer consequences for what they've done. So then that's when it's like you don't realize you're playing with fire by doing those things, by having me constantly begging to be loved, appreciated by you. So then we move into Play with Fire. Yeah, Play with Fire. And then we move into my last song, Luck with Love.
Ooh, okay.
The close of the EP. There's 7 songs total on the EP.
Okay.
And it was supposed to only be 5, but I added 2 bonus ones because I needed to finish the story off strong.
Yes.
But Luck with Love might be the best song I've ever written in my life. I don't think, honestly, it's like hardest thing as a songwriter is writing a great song and then being like, how am I ever going to top this?
Yeah.
That's how I feel about a lot of my songs, but I've found ways. But I think that song, truly, I don't know where it came from. Like, that might possibly be one of the best songs I've ever written. So that song is kind of a combination of all the songs. I put references from all of my songs into that song.
Oh, I love it.
And that one is about how at the end of the day, you feel like you might be the problem because you've been through all of these things and you still, at the end of the day, somehow always end up alone by yourself. So you think that you might be the problem. And then you kind of just chop it all up to say like, oh, maybe that's just my luck with love. Maybe I am not meant to have, you know, a healthy relationship because I've been begging, I've been chasing, I've been doing this. So it's kind of like a sad album. I'm an optimist. I think everybody.
I would say you seem very, yes.
I'm an optimist, but it's kind of like just to wrap up the album because this is more of like an EP. This is literally like, I call it a time capsule of the 21 years of my life because like you said, being a teenager, things were angsty. Like, you know, we're all dealing with feelings inside that. Like we just can't comprehend. There's people that we want to appreciate us, like, but then, you know, you go through life and you learn that you can't mold a person to love you. You can't force things or force people to feel certain ways. Yeah. So that's kind of the song where it's like, you chop it all up and you say, maybe that's just my luck with love. Maybe it's not for me. Which sounds sad. I know. Yeah. It's a very sad song, but it's to close off my EP and kind of all of the feelings that were.
But it's extremely relatable. I think especially like just at this time in like the world and like, you know, dating and meeting new people, like you can kind of feel that way. You're just like, man, like it's just maybe my luck is just not there. Like maybe this just isn't a fit for me. Yeah. So I don't know. Like I feel like this is going to resonate with a lot of people and hit home because it is so relatable.
Yeah, I really hope so. I really wrote this from the heart. And like I said, everything's very intentional. I'm very particular about my writing and my craft. And so just like making the set list, the track list, and having it be like a story where every song is into leading up to Luck with Love has just been so intentional and like very sacred to me, honestly, writing it. So
I love it. And I love that it is just like this timepiece and you spent so much time like curating it. And you know that like each song flows into the next. Right. And, you know, it does like create the story. I'm really excited to hear the entire thing.
I'm excited.
Especially the last song is like the grand finale.
The last well, that's what I was saying. Like that last song. Oh, there's like a clip on my social media and everywhere. But I was like teasing a little bit of it. Like I did like a clip where I was in the studio when I finished recording that last song. Like it was godsend. Like I all of these songs I wrote were from my personal experience. But like I literally cried. I bawled like in the studio after I finished it because that song was just pretty much my EP wrapped in one. And that song was truly something else. That I'm so excited.
Did you feel like you accomplished everything that you were setting out to do?
Since I was young, my goal has always been to release an album, and I've wrote so many horrible songs. I have journals, binders, everything at home where just practicing my craft, like there were certain times of writer's block, there's certain times where I didn't feel like inspired to write anything. I had to experience some life to put myself kind of like into perspective, but now that I have my EP like set in stone, it's kind of those things where you like look back and you're like, this is exactly the way it was supposed to be. Yeah. You know, it feels so right. And it's just been something I've wanted for my whole life. And so I feel very happy to have accomplished it.
This is incredible. Congratulations on your first EP, working through all your songs, you know, being in LA, you know, accomplishing all your goals. And we're excited. I mean, you're so young and you have so much more life to live. So I just know that as you continue to evolve and write and record, like you just have such like a long journey ahead of you. So I'm so excited. Thank you. What is your EP going to be called, or do you know yet?
Yeah, I don't want to feel anymore. So that's the name of my EP.
Okay, perfect. You may have said that. I apologize.
No, you're good. It's about literally like going through every heartbreak to where you feel so hurt and broken that you think that it might be easier not to like feel anymore, to be numb. Yeah. Because you've been through so many things that you just don't want to feel anymore because it would be easier. So that's kind of like the inspiration for the name.
I love it. That's incredible. Okay, let everybody know, let the listeners know where they can follow you, where they can find this EP, give your handles out, all the things.
Okay, so you can follow me on Instagram. I'm normally on there, or on TikTok. Instagram is daisy.close. I just recently opened another Instagram account, daisyclosehq, where I post only music content because I know that my Instagram can be modeling a lot of other things, but we're focusing on music. And then on TikTok at Daisy D Close. And then my music's available everywhere: Spotify, Apple Music, Stream It Up. Pretty much every platform you can find my music. Also, if you go to the link in my bio, I have all the music platforms linked as well. It makes it easier.
Absolutely incredible. We love when it's easy and we can find all the things.
Yes.
We will make sure to link all your music.
Okay.
Daisy,
Yay.
thank you so much for being here.
Thank you so much for having me. You're so fun.
You're so fun. Shut up.
I've been wanting to be a part of this podcast for like forever. So
Thank you.
I'm very happy to be here.
That means a lot to me.
Yes.
Thank you so much for being
you,
here, taking the time, talking all the things with me. I can't wait to hear your music.
So excited.
And I'll see you on the next red carpet, girl.
Yeah, girl. And then guess where we going after?
Where are we going after?
No, I was gonna say the Waffle House we're gonna build, but Dani's.
Okay. Well, I guess we have to do the Denny's before we build the Waffle House.
True. Let's start small.
Yeah, let's absolutely
One step at a time.
start small. All right, friends, thank you so much for listening, and I will see you guys next week.